Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the collective for all signs for November 18th, 2020. Before we get started, I just want to let those of you who commented and who have been with me earlier on in this week to know that I woke up this morning and the iris was completely gone. So I did have to change out the flowers for some of the roses and the Gerber daisies from before, but I'm grateful that she blessed us with her presence in our, the readings in the beginning of this week, and for those of you who also had a chance to witness her beauty and really like majesty in these readings. It was very special energy that Iris brought to our readings. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump into this. We're going to, I'm just going to ask that you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also check out the description box if you guys want a private reading or you want to get your hands on the text that I'm using. So let's go ahead, let's jump into this and invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and spirit guides to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear. November 18th, 2020. Okay, we get justice in reverse. The devil. Ooh. Six of Swords. I just heard somebody feels or said they or felt like they made a deal with the devil. Okay. Some of you may be looking at a situation as such, because the only upright card in this reading is the devil energy. Somebody out there feels as if they made a deal with the devil. And it's like you want to break that contract. All right, overall energy is the Two of Swords. Yeah, this is Moon in Libra, you guys. Somebody here is really contemplating. Somebody wants to rework a certain contract, wants to break a contract because they're seeing that it's unhealthy and it's keeping them stuck. But somebody, I feel like, really doesn't have the confidence to move forward yet, or they feel like they don't have a lot of information. Some of you, it may be somebody who impacted you very strongly in your life before, like a relationship, or it could even be a job or something along those lines that's coming back to you, and you're not sure you have the power and the strength to resist it, because it's like it's bittersweet. It's like, oh, so good, but then you also feel like it's not good for you. Some of you guys, this is a person returning to your life. For others of you, you may be experiencing kind of like a karmic loop, whether it's a relationship, whether it's like a behavior pattern, a situation that you've been through before, and it's like you know better. That's what you're telling yourself. You know better, but it's so irresistible. Underneath the Two of Swords, we have the Tower in the reverse. Yeah, like somebody here is really resisting some sort of, it's like, I feel like maybe also this devil energy is something that you have been resisting. I mean, for some of you guys, it could be a sobriety journey, and you've been resisting, temptation. You've been resisting during this difficult time, falling back into some sort of repetitive pattern that you feel like kept you stuck. It does. Spirit's coming through here very strong. But some of you feel like giving up is what I'm getting. Some of you feel like giving up because there's like this weight, there's this intensity here. And right now you're kind of like, that you have this decision to make. And it's like this energy of the Two of Swords, she's not squared up. She's leaning towards one side. She's leaning towards what feels good for the moment, and a well thought out decision and what's best for her. The Three of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Yeah, somebody here, look at this. Some of you guys have been doing really great. Look at that. Some of you guys have been doing really, really well on your own. Three of Cups as well. For some of you, this is about sobriety. But for others of you, it could be about leaving a difficult situation behind. And it's like this person or this situation, a repeating situation, even if it's not with the same person, has sort of reared its ugly head again. And you're doing so well and so strong and so happy in this Nine of Pentacles energy. And you are resisting temptation. And it's like everything seems to be coming together for you, but it's like you're starting to feel like something's missing, or that you want more, that you need more, that you miss that rush, that you miss that intensity, that you miss that passion, or you miss that high. Okay, for some of you. Okay. This is interesting. But I'm gonna, before I pull cards, we're gonna take a look at this Justice energy. Justice in reverse. This is some sort of karmic contract. For some of you guys, it's a behavior. For some of you guys, you were able to break free from a situation where you felt like you were out of control, or maybe even that somebody else was controlling you. But this situation is coming back, and the Page of Wands is somebody who has, it's like something has happened that has shaken your resolve. And it could be time. It could be that you've softened with time towards this person or to this situation, or you felt like, you know what, yeah, I can. For those of you who have dealt with alcoholism or drugs, sometimes, a few years go by. Yeah, I can have a drink, why not? I feel like there's a warning here in this reading. So we get the Three of Wands in reverse. Yeah. The decision is squarely on your shoulders. We see that with the Two of Swords. The Three of Wands, it's like you've been waiting for your ships to come in. Some of you guys are feeling like, the journey that you've been on, or maybe it's even just being alone and independent and single, or maybe it's about having your own business, or maybe it's about sobriety. It's like you knew, at one point you really truly believed this would make your life better. Spirit's saying it is and it will, but it's like you're tired of waiting. And it's almost like this moment of, you know what, I'm sick of doing this. I'm not seeing the rewards. I'm not seeing the payoff. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. That's somebody who is not taking care of themselves. Somebody who's not putting their health and well-being first, because something here has happened. And it could be that you were triggered by a certain event. It could be that you were triggered by loss. It could be boredom. It could be because what you've been working towards, you're not feeling as if the rewards are coming in. And it's really easy to, be on a soapbox and to be like, you know what, yes, this is, always do the right thing. But when you struggle with addiction, or you struggle with somebody who has such a magnetic pull and attraction, that you have an attraction to this strong, we have moments of weakness. And I feel like this is a moment of weakness for somebody. The Devil energy, please. We get the Ace of Wands in reverse. And we get the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so you may be getting lots of messages from this person. Somebody might have come in. Somebody that you may have, that you may have had a lot of passion towards beforehand. It doesn't necessarily even have to be a person. It could be a situation. The Ace of Wands in reverse, though, is telling me that, there has been a break. There has been some sort of separation here, but somebody's coming in with a lot of communication, a lot of feelings. I feel like some of you guys just got rushed or flooded with endorphins and love and feeling of familiarity by either a message that came in or a situation that just sort of, you remember how good this felt, whether it's with this particular person or whether it's like a relapse or whatever it might be, just like how good this felt. And it's kind of like overshadowing everything else. Okay, tell me about the Six of Swords in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, yeah, we get the Hanged Man. Yeah, you're definitely pulling back. It's like it's like your resolve is being tested and you're being asked to wait. Because sometimes, like, when we have like a craving, whether it's for food or whether it's for cigarettes or whether it's for something else, and for many of you, I feel like it's much bigger than that. A person, for love, for affection, for touch, for stability, for familiarity. But you're being asked to really pull back here, because we get the Two of Swords and we get the Hanged Man energy. You need to get another perspective, because something has happened, something has triggered you, and it feels so good. And it's like you want to make just this impulsive decision, but it's also like everything that you've been working towards, self-care and self-love and making healthy choices, could really be set back here. Okay. Yeah, look at that. We get the Star card. Healing, guidance. For some of you, this is the need to reach out to a sponsor. This is coming through very strong. Someone or something is coming back to you, and it could be triggered by some sort of depression, some sort of loss. Maybe somebody that that you used to be in a relationship with, or maybe you used to use or party with, or something like that. This is a very specific message. That you have done so much healing, you have done so much work. For some of you, it could be a relationship that was abusive. Okay, somebody that you were with for a really long time. And again, you soften over time. We go through phases where we don't see, we forget, or we choose to look at the joy and the laughter and the love that they brought us. And we tend to sort of ignore, after a certain amount of time, the pain and the heartbreak. And Spirit's saying, please don't forget that. You're on the right track. There's a need to sort of pull back, pull away from this situation. Some of you guys might have found yourself in a situation that reminds you of the past, and it's making you feel the way you used to feel. And Spirit's saying, with this Hanged Man, you need to pull back. You need to trust your intuition. Because some of us, we don't always have the strength to do what we need to do, especially if we've been through, there's some sort of trauma here. There's some sort of trauma. And again, somebody may be reaching out to you, but I feel like whoever's reaching out to you, it's not because of what they're saying it is. Okay, it's for their own motives. It's because they got lonely, or because they're being triggered by something, and it's like they want to pull you into this. Yeah, I do feel like there's this magnetic pull here. All right, clarifying the Page of Wands, we get the Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there's confusion. Again, there's some sort of manipulation here as well, is what I'm getting. I got that with the Six of Swords in reverse. They were showing me the Five of Swords. Some sort of manipulation, some sort of control. It's like you have really stood on your own 2 feet. You guys have really moved forward on whatever this journey is. And somebody knows exactly what to say or exactly what to do to sort of try to bring you under control. But Spirit says, you know better than this. You know better than this. And for some of you, it's your higher self saying, you know what, we don't need to react the way we've always reacted. We don't need to rely on those coping mechanisms. Yeah, Nine of Swords coming out. This is deep. This is deep. This is dark. This is difficult. With the Star card, they keep telling me there are people, you need to reach out. If you don't have anybody in your 3D, asking for help from the angels, from spirit guides. Because then you get the Queen of Wands coming out. This is your energy. You have the strength and the power to heal. Remember, you have the power to say yes or no, or walk away from anyone or anything. And so you need to really trust your inner guidance here, because I know your intuition is sounding off, because whatever's coming back to you has this devil energy in it, has this intensity, there's a feeling of being out of control. It takes your power away, or you have a history of giving your power away to this person or in this situation. And I'm sorry, this is not the Page of Swords. This is the Page of Wands. Double clarification of the Page of Wands. Hesitance. Stopping in your tracks. Losing confidence. Being too impulsive. There's a warning here. Do not be too impulsive. Do not allow impulse. An impulse buy. An impulse grab a drink or use. An impulse yes to this person. For some of you guys, it may be a very sexual connection with this person. For some of you, it's somebody that you may have been married to, or you were in a long distance, relationship maybe, or a long-term relationship with this person. And you know it's not good for you. And there's like, you're feeling this moment of weakness. Spirit's asking you twice here to trust your intuition, trust the healing journey that you've been on. Okay, Tower moment. We're trying to avoid catastrophe. Queen of Wands energy. For some of you, it may have to do with your children as well. It's about setting boundaries. It's about really bringing into focus the healing that you've done, how far you've come, that you're different now. This is an intense reading, you guys. We get the first chakra, Archangel Michael. Yeah, some of us, there's something that may have scared us. And, the way we react to fear. So again, there may be something that shook us. This Tower moment, we might be trying to, or we might have narrowly avoided disaster. And this, when the first chakra comes out here, it's talking about survival instincts kicking in, how we react to fear. Are we going to react the way that we used to that didn't serve us, or are we going to react to fear with love, and especially and above all, loving ourselves? Archangel Michael is a protector. You are protected and you are guided on this journey, but you're guided to make the best choice, the Queen of Wands choice, for you and for your family and for those that are involved, and that's taking care of yourself. The decision is squarely on your shoulders, and you know what's the best decision for you. And really, I'm getting it's banishing this devil energy. It's not giving in to this devil energy. There's an animal magnetism here between you and this person, or you and this behavior pattern, but I feel like it's something that you have overcome. And there's like, this is a test, because being impulsive here is not what's going to help you. And you may have been impulsive in the past, like, you know what, whatever, F this. I can do it. I'm okay. I've come so far. Spirit wants you to think, get a different perspective here, pull back. Yep, all tied up. There's a lot of anxiety here, you guys. This is a situation that stops you in your tracks. This is a situation that doesn't allow you to move forward, to grow, to expand. And you've been on this path of expansion. Archangel Michael has this sword. He can come and untie you. You just need to ask for help from your angels, your guides. And for some of you, it's reaching out to your sponsor or people that support you on this new journey that you're on. We get victory. Yeah. The way that I'm getting this information is like when we have a panic attack, for example, and you feel like there's this impending doom in the walls and the world and the sky, everything is closing in on you. If you take a moment to breathe, or whatever you do to get through that moment, 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, however long it lasts, you realize that your perception wasn't accurate, that these horrible things won't happen to you. But if it's like, it's not just waiting it out, but it's doing what you know how to do, because many of you guys have a healthy way of dealing here. And something or someone has triggered you, and it's like you want to go impulsively backwards. Archangel Michael's saying that's not going to happen. We're not going to let that happen, but the choice falls squarely on your shoulders. Angel of Balance. And look at that. This card came peeking out, broken heart. But what I'm seeing here is this is a heart that's been broken, whether this is things that have happened to you in your childhood or in a romantic situation or in your life. But I'm seeing that this wound is starting to heal. The fissures are starting to close here, you guys. It's about finding balance. It's not about being impulsive right now. Wow. I keep hearing that this is like a type of test. And if we look at this victory card, look at how she's breathing it in. She's visualizing. She's taking a moment. She's not allowing herself to react to others. She's not allowing herself to react to external situations. She's finding her center. She's grounding. Just like the Queen of Wands, she's grounding, channeling, finding her center, helping her to make a balanced decision, the best decision. Fertility. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. Fertility. So we're being invited to be more open and more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. And falling back into old patterns, you guys, is not going to help us. And that's a perspective that I think you've been holding on to, that you've been working towards. But I feel like there's a person, a communication, an event, something that's happened that's coming in to test this. You need to remember that you have been creating a new way of life, a new you. And something beautiful can grow. So going backwards, and no matter how much magnetism and attraction there is to go backwards, Spirit's being very clear that that's not what we want to do here. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. Yeah, again, going backwards, and it doesn't mean you beat yourself up if you feel like you have, or if there has been a relapse, or you've been triggered by something and you're like, whoa, I thought I had healed this. Okay, it doesn't mean that means like, oh, everything has tanked, everything that I've been working on is done and gone. But we're being supported to become aware of our heart-centered truth. To not be impulsive and say, hey, this is what feels right, or have this F this attitude right now. But really staying in that heart-centered, balanced truth. And the internal process of maintaining that balance, and with this new perspective and taking care of and nurturing yourself, this is going to lead to the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. So that's what you need to, when you're faced with this devil energy or this communication or whatever that's coming back around to you, what is it that you've worked so hard to create? And allowing, whether or not you're willing to allow impulse to shadow that or to color that in a negative light. Because it's like you guys are so very clearly becoming your highest expression in this world. And it's a beautiful thing. And that highest expression comes from a centered place. It comes from balance. And something here has knocked you off balance, or is trying to knock you off balance. Again, this is doing that inner work, you guys. Maybe it's taking some time for yourself, for meditation and prayer, for energy work, for talking to somebody that you love and you trust. And you get butterfly maiden transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Yeah. And some of us, when we're resisting change, it can be very difficult. And as you're going through this big change, some of you guys might be going through a separation. Some of you guys might be going through a divorce. Some of you guys might be going through a move. Some of you guys might have experienced a loss, or you might have somebody coming back to you. And this is going to be one of the most difficult decisions that you have to make. But this butterfly energy, and I've said this a few times in my readings before, the caterpillar is like, thinks the whole world is about to end and come crashing down on him just before he opens up and spreads his wings. This is not easy. And we see that transformation coming in through this tower. And the choice is yours in which direction you go. But I think you guys know. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help or for guidance. Because great blessings are on their way if you choose you, and if you choose to be the highest expression of yourself in this world. Oh man, you guys, I love you so much. I know this is very difficult for some of you. Some of you are going through something very, very intense. I'm just going to pull really quickly a star seeds for you. Some of you view this as a setback. There's victory here. And look at this, we also get, if we take a look here, we get 37 and 28 breaking down to a 10. We have 27, 9, and then 10. You guys are almost there. It's like there's like a final test here before you close out this cycle, or you say goodbye to whatever this devil energy is for good. And you guys are completely transforming. Gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. And we get patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. Yeah, and so for some of you guys, you also need to be patient with yourself. Again, there's a real warning here about being impulsive, to reacting impulsively here. Because some of you guys, your first reaction is, yeah, this feels great. This is what I want to do. Okay? Reflection. Yes, see all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. Some of you guys are being shown the very depths of your shadow, and you're being asked to sit with that and sit with these emotions and really, really feel them. But also understand that they don't control you, that you're stronger than that. Wow. Okay, you guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you find guidance in these messages and clarity. Thank you for allowing me to be on this part of the journey with you. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.